That's how our relationship ended. Sarah moved out the next week to stay with her sister while she figured out her next steps. She kept texting me about how excited she was to start our family and how she hoped I'd come around once I had time to process everything. She'd send me ultrasound pictures with captions about how the baby was definitely going to have my eyes or my smile. Marcus tried to contact me a few times to explain his side, but I wasn't interested in hearing it. As far as I was concerned, he'd betrayed our friendship and I was done with both of them. Sarah kept posting on social media about trusting the universe and following your heart and how excited she was to be a mom. I tried to move on with my life. I focused on work and started therapy to deal with the betrayal. It was hard because I kept wondering about the baby and whether Sarah might actually be right about me being the father. But she'd made her choice to trust her intuition over facts, and I had to respect that, even though I thought she was being completely irrational. The baby was born about 8 months ago, a little boy they named River. Sarah posted all the typical new mom pictures and seemed really happy. Marcus was in some of the photos acting like the proud dad, and they looked like they were trying to make things work as a family. I'll admit it was hard to see because part of me still wondered what if, but I tried not to dwell on it. But then about 4 months ago I got a phone call from Sarah and she was sobbing hysterically. At first I could barely understand what she was saying because she was crying so hard. When she finally calmed down enough to talk, she told me that Marcus had gotten a paternity test done behind her back. Apparently Marcus had started having doubts about whether he was really the father, especially since River didn't look much like him. Sarah said he'd taken some of the baby's hair while she was changing a diaper and sent it off to one of those DNA testing companies along with his own sample. When the results came back, they showed that Marcus was definitely not the father. Sarah said Marcus confronted her about it and demanded to know who else she'd been sleeping with. She swore to him that it had only been him and me, so the baby had to be mine after all. But Marcus said if that was true, then she needed to contact me and get a paternity test to prove it, because he wasn't going to raise another man's child. But here's the crazy part. Sarah still refused to contact me about getting a paternity test. She said her spiritual guidance was telling her that something wasn't right and that maybe the test Marcus got was wrong. She said she still felt like River was meant to be Marcus's son and that if they just had faith and trusted the process, everything would work out.